Let's make a deal. Do yourself a favor and stop lying to yourself. You see, one of the things that really differentiates us from the wild animal is not our capacity to reason or our logical faculty that most people think is the difference between us and the bird animals. You might be surprised to find out what really makes the difference is not how intelligent we are, how smart or how fast we are. There are thousands of animals in the jungle that are smarter than us, that are perhaps even faster than us, and you probably know that. You cannot even run faster than a cheetah. So, what is it about us that makes us so different from the animals? Here is the thing that makes us different. That is called mimics. Human beings can copy other type of human being to duplicate what they do in order to become like they are. This means you can try first like talk like me or behave like me. You cannot see a dog um mounting like a cat, or you cannot see a cat bagging like a dog. It is not possible. And you cannot see a car roaring like a lion. It is not possible. But you can see human being like ours speaking languages, like different type of language. We can mimic different type of thing. But why is this important? And if it is, what makes us so different? What makes us so special? Why is it important? And how does that let us at all in the same time to lying to ourselves? Here's the thing. We human being, what we do the most is stories. We tell ourselves stories. It is those stories that feed us into believing things, and then we surprisingly not only can lie but also believe in our lies. And that is the thirdly. Like you might be telling yourself different type of lies now. And just to make you understand bit about what I'm saying, few days ago I was talking with a roommate here, and he said something like really simple. I didn't have any attached to it, but he said something. It goes like this: Africans are naturally muscular. Like Africans have muscles. He was referring to my body, looking at my bicep. I'd work out every day, but he assumed he had a stereotype about Africans having a such body. Well, it is a great comment, but he is using this to first feel good about himself, to not work, to not do what he's supposed to do, as to get the body that he wants to get. And that is the truth into lies. Not all African has the good body. 2 years ago, I was really fucked up. Like physically, I mean, I was really fucked up, and I wasn't even working out. I was not the kind of typical African he can refer to. Of course, there are thousands of African who has a really great body, but they work for it. It's not about the genetic. Genetic do play some kind of into it. I'm not a white person. Of course, I have a I have a different type of skin. But this is not the only truth. But what he did is first telling himself a side of the truth in order to feel good about himself and not do what he's supposed to do. And that is the kind of lies that we tell ourselves. Those kind of lies that we keep telling until we believe that certain things are not possible to us, that we cannot do certain kind of thing. And he's not the only one that does that. I personally also do it to different type of thing. We have different excuses, the perfect reason and the perfect excuse to not do certain thing. We believe it is certain kind of group of people that are born to do certain thing. Well, you might not be start flying tomorrow. Of course, you cannot. You are not a bird that flies. But here is the thing: we human being, we have the unique capacity, which is to create lies and create imagination. Imagination is first composed with different type of lies and different kind of theories or different kind of vision that are not necessarily true. Now, Here is the thing to not get illusion or delusion about it. You see, when you create things in your mind and when you tell yourself things, they tend to create different type of beliefs in your mind, and those beliefs will shape your actions. And here, what you wanna do, you wanna be aware of the kind of beliefs or kind of imagination that you create or the kind of thing that you are telling yourself, and then assessing what you can do about them. This means instead of thinking, for instance, that Africans have certain type of body, well, you recognize it, that might be a fact, but you too, you can do something that leads you to having that body. And there are, for instance, we were talking, I mean, I'm not trying to be racist here, but for instance, we were talking about also, he was also talking about Asian, like these are the type of people that have small earth body. And this is not true. We have tons of Asian that are really big, tall, and really muscular, and that even have more a body than a typical African. So it is not specific to a group to be in certain way. Of course, there are different kind of similarity among a group of people, but it is the underlying core of the human nature. The human nature is so more complex than just limiting ourselves to really subtle um subtle threat like those ones. Of course we can change our body, we can change whatever we want. I'm not trying definitely to become a white person tomorrow. Of course I don't want, I feel good as I am, but there are things that we can do if we want to do them. That is the truth. That is the truth, being that you can do it if you want to do it, but your choice is not to do it, and therefore it is not the truth that you are telling yourself that you cannot do it. That is not the truth. The truth is, well, you choose to not do it. Those lies that we keep telling ourselves consistently until we start believing them forms our life, forms our reality, and that shapes our reality of life. And those are the things that you want to start being aware of, having more conscience about them, and at least keeping accountability with yourself, because you can lie to everyone else. I mean, the lies that people tell you are not that effective, but the lies that you tell yourself are what are detrimental. Those are the type of lie that you want to be aware of. Those are the type of lie that you want to keep accountable of, because if you don't, they will definitely haunt you to death. They will definitely live into your mind, because you are the only one that has 24/7 time in your mind. So you want to be really aware of the kind of lies that you feed into your mind. But now, how do you know something is a lie? How do you know it's true? If everything, there is no way to concretize an idea as being the ultimate lie or the ultimate truth. Well, obviously, we can play in a realm where it is beyond lie and truth, because things are how they are. There is no a direct way to say this is true and this lie, because reality, it can be also subjective in nature, but there is a simple reality, and it is perhaps a more common sense, something common that we can call common sense. Now, the reality is a lot of Africans tend to have a certain type of body. Well, in fact, a lot of Africans tend to have black skin. But the reality is not that all Africans have black skin. There are Africans that are white, there are Africans that are different kind of skin color. So the reality is not just singular. The reality is not just um, what you think it is. The reality is different. So you want to assess the type of the reality to form a broad picture of what the reality might look like. So your reality, our reality, and their reality form the whole reality. And when you can see the thing through that lens, you can start knowing when you are telling yourself the truth or the lie. And knowing that might save you tons of mistake, at least allows you to be honest with yourself and do the work that is needed to get whatever you want. Because in this game of life, what you want is being accountable and is being honest with yourself when you are the reason of not getting what you want. Because if you believe your actions won't have any impact, then you won't definitely do anything. You will not definitely take any action. But if you believe your actions can have an effect, then if you're not having any action, then you know something is wrong, and that is from internal, that is from you. Then you can do the necessary thing, I mean the needful, to start preparing yourself in taking actions. That's why it is really important to be accountable. That's why it's really important to be honest with yourself and telling yourself the truth. And there is a practice for that. Like, you can keep the pain where the pain belongs to. You don't have to multiplicate the pain into your mind, because multiplicating the pain creates suffering, and suffering is not important. Suffering is like optional, but the pain is real. The pain that you feel perhaps in your leg, for instance, if you are running, it is a real pain. Like when I'm running, for instance, I am feeling pain in my body. There is pain, and that is a real pain. Well, if you don't believe it, you have to try it until you feel the pain. But the pain I feel in my leg doesn't have to go through to my back, doesn't have to go through to my head. I can limit the pain I have in the body, in the leg, to the leg. And then that is called recognition of pain and admitting and accepting it and navigate through to the pain. But you don't have to duplicate it. And the moment you start resisting the pain, the moment you start wishing that the pain goes away, then you will make the pain go into a different part of your body, and then create different type of suffering. And those are the lies that we tell ourselves. Like, we first don't want to recognize the pain, and then by not want to recognize the pain, we are trying to avoid the pain, we are trying to push it away into a different part of our body, and then again, and the suffering starting. But here's the thing: you can start telling yourself the truth, accepting, well, you're having the pain, you are having the pain in your life, but use it instead of it using you. And here is one thing that can change your perception of how you view your capacity of handling pain. What doesn't kill you make you stronger. You've heard it before, but it is real. If this pain doesn't break you, it will form you, it will make you stronger. And there are no pain that can break you on earth, it is not for you. And more of the pain that life throws at you are pains that are destined to make you greater, that's destined to make you more resistant. And resistance, it sounds good, sounds positive, but there is nothing positive in the moment that you are being resistant. There is, I mean, resistance in the world has a positive connotation to it, but there is nothing positive in the experience. But it is also about lies and truths. You can tell yourself the truth to assess the situation, and then try to take out the burst of it. It's about having a set of mindset that allows you to navigate situation in a beautiful way. Here is also one thing that I want to share with you before finishing this video. You see, in this life we have two type of game. We have first the survival game, and we have the growth game. What game are you playing? Because whether you are playing a survival game or you are playing the growth game, you need and you want to be honest with yourself. Because by being honest with yourself, you will recognize in which part of you are you in the game. Then you can start preparing yourself to play that game at its burst, or you can move into another game. But I wish you a good luck, and I wish you play well, and I wish you to succeed in this game. I mean, there is no way to succeed in this game at all, because at the end we are all going to die, and that is the end. I mean, there is no way to guarantee that you will survive for like the 1,000 years to come. We will all die. So that is the end. So while we play, let's enjoy it, and let's prepare ourselves to play to the best of our ability, and to play to the fullest of our potential. And that is the last word that I want to let you with before you have a great time and keep playing. Don't just get discouraged. Everything can seem so hard, but what is hard is making you more harder and making you stronger to become the person that navigates through hard time, and the person that see opportunities to hard time. And those are the few people that take advantage and create the revolutionary innovation in the world. And you are the type of guy, you are the type of girl, you are the type of person that will seize the opportunity from this hard time into building your future, into building the opportunity that will change your life. You don't wait for opportunity, you start creating momentum towards them by telling yourself the truth, by being honest with what you need to be doing in order to prepare yourself for the moment that you expect to come. And then just being patient, because while you're working on things, you enjoy the process of becoming stronger, you enjoy the process of feeling the pain. What life would you live if you don't feel any pain? I mean, there is no sense in it. Our life becomes meaningful and enjoyable when there is pain to it. It is a kind of salt in the sauce. There is no taste if you don't put into it. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys have a good time. I won't keep this video longer, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope you learn something for it. In case you do, please subscribe to the channel, share with the people that you think will love hearing something from here, and let's build this global community of visionary, of builders, of global thinker. And here we are again. Thank you for your love.